Hey, hello. Yeah, hi everybody. Welcome. I'm David Sponheim, and I just want to welcome you to my amazing kitchen. Oh, hang on. It would help if I had the camera mounted. Hang on. Yeah, you're catching up to the technology. It's kind of catching up to you. Hang on. The big reveal. As you can see, I'm using an older model camera tripod just to hold onto the camera of the webcam, which is, whoa, look at that. Okay, so this is the kitchen, but it's so backlit you can barely see it. So suffice to say, we're going to be making We're going to be making spaghetti today. Yeah, right. Spaghetti. Right. Chat room. Right. I'm open to whatever idea you have for. It seems different when it's spelled that way. It's like I think I should try making it spelled this way. Then it looks more like spaghetti. But it seems odd that spaghetti always looks like a word you don't recognize. Strange. Spaghetti. Kind of like Sponheim. Okay, you can barely hear me over here. I tuned the mic down so you don't have any pop-out sounds. But today I'm going to be working with a type of grass-fed beef that wrangled it out of the refrigerator here. This is a grass-fed ground beef. Now, this is the reason why I think America's great, actually, because we support our livestock. And livestock is an easy industry to grow food. Believe it or not, they just let the cattle graze on the grass. So the Democrats would like you to believe that, oh no, it's damaging the environment and they're producing flatulence. And sure, livestock produces 5 times more flatulence than cars, more greenhouse gases than cars. And don't tell your car your car's been farting. It might get upset at you. Spaghetti, the spaghetti. Right, but we have a spaghetti sauce with a ground beef, a recipe here. Look at it staring right at me. This recipe has been handed down by my mother. I should speak like an Italian, I'm not Italian, but it's a family favorite and will not be replaced. Definitely a husband pleaser. I sound like a vampire. What is that spoon doing there? Ah, yes, the spoon. My family created the spoons. Yeah, ergo the name David Sponheim. We actually our name is Spoonheim. My name is actually Spoonheim in Norway. Let me get into the chat room. Obviously, you need some help here. The chat room. I don't need a recipe to make spaghetti. There it is, pop-out chat. All right. Now, if you have a problem getting to the chat room, of course, CoolRock is the place to go, coolrock.com. You'll be able to find all the links on the right-hand side to our chat rooms. Marmy sauce, marinara sauce, rough hour of spaghetti. What are you kidding me? And I am going to put celery in it. Hell yeah. Why not? I don't do tile backsplashes because it's boring. Yeah. CoolRock is totally secure. It's just not secure according to the people that set up HTTPS sites. There is no major malware going on there. I've checked it out. I've done Malwarebytes analysis. It works on Google Chrome and Brave. I mean, what more do you want? Firefox is a little weird. It's not secure because I'm using a free server to run the show. You don't think I was going to pay for something that's free and fun, right? I'm not going to pay for that. I pay for the domain, but I've had the domain for a long, long time, and I've nurtured the site so that you can use it without having to worry about anything on the site. So I don't see any problem other than the fact that Rodney keeps attacking people in the free speech room, which I'll be calling the free speech room tonight. You don't eat mushrooms? Well, just delete mushrooms from your diet, dude. Of course they're grown in chicken shit. And you sound like you're chicken shit. Don't you want to build your immune system? Well, that's right. We've got a lot of people here who don't believe in immune systems. When I heard that from the osteopaths, there is no such thing as an immune system. I thought, you know, I think they're a little bit too far off the edge there. Of course there's an immune system. You can call anything an immune system. Your fingernails are an immune system. They protect you from, from damaging things that would normally you'd have to, you'd hurt your fingers if you didn't have fingernails. That's part of your immune system, right? So anybody who says you don't have an immune system is nuts. The problem is our leaders are not talking about how important our personal immunity is and eating right. And they want to replace our food with beautiful grass-fed, 93% lean ground beef. They want to replace with soy products that are genetically modified and grown in Bill Gates' Roundup Central location. He has more agriculture than anybody in America. He owns more agriculture, and it's all the worst land. And he wants to provide GMO soy burgers to everybody. Ergo, kill us all off. You know and I know Meow TV won't even eat fish. This is all the kind of food he eats. But you know and I know that, what? This doesn't cost $2. You're lucky to find this for $7.99, but I got it for $2.99. Excuse me, $3.99 on sale. The onion, the carrots, the celery, all organic, mind you. Fantastic. You're talking about an onion that needs to be eaten. You see that area right there? It needs to be eaten. That's my first to go. That's no more than $1 right there. And if you add mushrooms, you're looking at another $1. So yeah, it's 4, 5, 6. And then this tomato sauce I get is fantastic. You can get something comparable that's not organic for $1 at the dollar store. But this is organic mushroom sauce from Simple Truth, my favorite. I like the O brand too. And then, of course, we're going to do a little Patti LaBelle hot sauce. You can do that with Tabasco or Cholula, whatever you like. Some of you people even like severe hot sauce in your spaghetti, like 100% Pain, one of the hottest hot habaneros in the world. I don't recommend it. Today we'll be doing a little bit of my Ethiopian berberi Ethiopian seasoning. I'm still using that. I've got a little bit left, just for flavor. It's got an odd taste to it, but it's very good. Oh yes, and peppers. So, I mean, if you look at the peppers as an option or the mushrooms as an option, look at that as an option, a $1 option. So there's 2, 4, 6, 7, and let me get some spaghetti. I get the angel hair spaghetti because it cooks really easy. And I always look for the non-GMO label right here. See that? Yeah, very good. Very good. Okay, first order of business. Now today I did a filter change, and I'm not checking chat at other networks, so bear with me. Let's see if I get that water going here. I redid my entire underside of my, we have a reverse osmosis filter system down here. You can't really see it. You can see it. It's fantastic. It gets rid of a lot of the sediment that is in our water, which we have the worst in the country sediment-wise, not toxic-wise, but sediment-wise. Yeah, I like that too, Jeff. Thank you. And raise awareness about organic and non-GMO food wherever you are. Tell Ghislaine to do the same thing. I know you guys are hanging out still. It's amazing how you're able to do this, you know? I don't know. You really pulled the wool over the American people's eyes, man. Okay, so taking a look at that. Look at that. That's a good stream of water. Check that out. Fill that up with reverse osmosis water. Hey, Dundee, angel hair is for pasta, not soup. No. You don't even know what pasta is unless you've tried angel hair. What's wrong with you? Well, I'm trying to switch brands whenever possible, but you know, I go for the signature brand or Barilla or anything else brand-wise. Yeah, that's kind of it's a Safeway brand I'm using. Okay, a little more water there. Let me grab my cucumber, do my crow's feet, do across the top there. That's really good. Cucumber is so refreshing. I highly recommend it. Okay, that's enough water for the angel hair. Whoops. Right, so let's get that going. I should have cleaned this today. I'll do that, the dishes there. I'm going to get this one going back here at level 3. Or actually, I'm going to take that up to level, yeah, I'll keep it at level 3. By the time the dinner is done, we'll be ready to go. Yeah, I thought I cleaned this up, but apparently I didn't totally prepare for the show. Okay, let's get that pan in there. Yeah, I ran a dish load today, and I just want to finish this pan off. Let's do the dishes while we're here. Okay. It's called water, and you just use water, and you just, it's called rinsing it out with water. See that? There you go. Nice. You know, the nice thing is water has, typically tap water like that has enough fluoride or enough chlorine in it to disinfect any dish. So you don't have to go buy any soap right now. You're pretty good with just water. I wouldn't bother with soap unless, you know, unless your community really uses the real water, like authentic water, not altered water. Yeah, I was telling Sarah that when you open up the filter today, it was like full of iron. Tom, I did not dislike that dinner last night. That salmon loaf was fantastic. Everyone loved it. What the hell's wrong with you, Tom? You don't even know how to cook. I'll bet your mom makes your dinners. You probably say, Ma, what's for dinner? You seem like a total airhead. I know. What's wrong with you, man? Seek treatment, okay? I'm probably one of the greatest cooks in the world. I mean, the only reason why Chef Ramsay has 50 restaurants is because he sleeps around. I didn't say that. Because he has a wonderful wife. I wouldn't go through college or grad school. It's a sign of stupidity, Tom. Anybody who finishes college is to be respected, of course, but the fact that you even continued past the second year shows your lack of intelligence. Yeah. You kind of gave yourself away when you finished your bachelor's degree. You kind of said, hey, I'm an idiot. I just got my degree. And look at Tardigrade Meow TV. He's got 16 PhDs, and he barely can comprehend what I'm saying half the time. Unbelievable. Okay, let's get this chopping action going. I won't be needing your knives today. I've got the old standby here. Okay, as you can see, this is pretty messed up. It's got that growth on it. So you want to proceed carefully. You've got possible growth here. See this? Oh my God, look at that. Look at that. Okay, that takes a hard cut. Get past any weird look. See that right there? And do a smell test. And if it smells like a sweet rotting onion, it is a sweet rotting onion. That part is good. So you got onion. Always look at the knife when cutting. The pan will start out at level 3. Thank you, Jeffrey, for telling me to get my breadboard off of the stove. Appreciate that, man. And how are you, Jeff? How is life on the run? You know, I heard what happened to John McAfee, and, you know, I'm fairly sure he's dead. But you, on the other hand, I don't know about. Yeah. You see, they have a lot of need for you, Jeffrey. You have a good purpose. Intelligence told Acosta, our labor secretary, Alex Acosta, to back off of the sentencing for you on that ridiculous set of 47 charges of child prostitution. And that's the indicator that you have an importance to our government. You're doing wonderful? Yeah. So you really did fake his death? Jeff, thank you for telling me that, because I feel better now that you got John McAfee out of prison, faked his death, and now he's living with you on the island. Everybody, thank you. Duh, Dave. Well, since we never saw a picture of John McAfee's body, we're going to assume you faked his death and got him out of there. Thank you. And in exchange, he didn't want to expose this whole COVID-19 scam, right? That was part of the deal. He wouldn't talk about it like he did in that video I recorded and play every night now. Good. Well, at least he got his freedom, right? And he was going to get extradited anyway. Nobody believes he killed himself. So I can't wait to see the autopsy photo. It'll probably look more like you, right? Like that one your brother Mark identified as having been you. Wow, how does anybody make that mistake? Maybe a guy who just got, what, $739 million would say that, right? 2 days earlier, you set up a deal with him. You're something, man. Oh, he had a lot of dirt on the CIA? Well, that'll buy him some space. I can't believe John McAfee didn't have a kill or one of those death switches that, they call them kill switches. We know you and Ghislaine have one, but yeah, so assuming John McAfee is the smartest computer guy out there, I mean, he really is. He's top notch. He's a hacker, I don't think people realize that McAfee's a hacker too. So let's start talking about John in the present tense, because we have confirmation from a guy who claims he's Jeffrey Epstein in our room, who says that he got him free and now he's living on an island with him. That's what they say about gullibility in me, Like I'm supposed to believe you're Jeffrey Epstein? God, I'm telling you, man. People actually think I believe everybody online who says they are who they are. That's what really amazes me. They think I'm some gullible idiot that will accept any conspiracy like it's nothing. Like I don't even test it against a barometer of indicators. Now, right now we're running the, sorry. I hope you didn't see the feet there. Right now we're running the entire story about the shedding of the spike proteins through the barometer of testing right now. So what I'm looking for right now are pictures of women, videos of women that say they have had terrible menstruation problems. Now, all we're using right now is the word of Sherry Tenpenny. Okay? Now, I believe Sherry Tenpenny, but I don't want to rest on that. I want women to talk about their problems on video and say, what's going on? I mean, are you like losing golf ball size of your ovaries when you stand next to people that are vaccinated? I mean, what's happening? Hi. Hello. Today is Technology Thursday, by the way. No, I'm thinking that it's the shedding of the spike proteins. And if the story is true, I need to see facts, okay? And for us on the internet, all we can get is eyewitness reports of people that lose their accounts. Right before they lose their accounts, they say, I'm having menstruation problems. Oh. That's what we're talking about. Now, I am not a woman, so I can't say that. But if there are women that are doing that, we need to get them to send that information to timtruth@protonmail.com. Because I don't have time to take that information in at americasthirdparty@gmail.com. So send it to Tim Truth, okay? He'll put it into a video and put it out there for you. I don't even know the guy. He does a pretty good job. Okay, we're getting hot. Time's cooking away. We're running very late. Let's get the pump action going. And then we'll spray it on the pan. You spray the oil on the pan to save oil. Okay? Cover that up, let it get hot some more. And we'll get ready to do the the sizzle cam, where the cam hears the sizzle. We're trying to go for that sizzle effect. Some of you ASMR people, I'd like to call you just MRs if you don't mind. Okay? Or as MR. As if you are a MR. Yeah, we're going to do that for you to get you the sizzle feeling because you want that so bad. It's not enough I deliver an entire show. You got to have the sizzle feeling. All right, let's move this over. Continue the chopping. You know, the only downside of cooking is chopping. But as you can see, I've got it down to like a real minimalistic thing. Okay. Chop, 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 and then slice these guys this way. Now, it would have been more efficient if I'd sliced it first and then chopped it, but who cares? How are we doing on camera? Let me take a look. Hold on, please. There we go. Hey, how do you like everything going on? 110 weather? My hair, are you kidding? Oh, you're going to love my hair. I got compliments last night in the show. Striking tiger. The whole thing was, it was weird. It was like, Dave, how did you get such perfect hair? And it's like, I combed it? Prepare the celery. You can kind of go fancy schmancy and do like a side cut like this. Cut away from your fingers. Or I just go down like that and do the pivot method. Now celery is really kind of nice for flavoring. Yeah. It's got a little salt in it, so it'll make your dinner taste a little bit more spritzy. All right, let's get those items in there. And these cut carrots are organic. I buy them that way, and they're already peeled, so it's like no fuss, no muss. I highly recommend them. Yeah, it's the kind of carrot you don't want to... We'll have to do this in 2 batches. So we want little medallions, basically. No more than 1/8 of an inch or 1/4 of an inch. And I put the tip down, and I just use the tip as leverage. And always keep an eye on that knife, where it is and where your fingers are. I mean, if you got your eye on the knife and then you're looking at your fingers and you're watching your knife cut your fingers, that's not good either. You know, keeping your eye on the knife means keeping the knife away from your fingers. Comprendo mundo? Capiche? All right. Let's get some coffee in my stomach here. There we go. Hey, hey, hey. I'm going to turn that water up to level 6 now. We'll get a full boil in just a second. How are you? Sarah's back in the house. You can tell I'm a little happier. I mean, it's been 9 months of grueling COVID spacing. And I kind of brought it on myself because I said to Sarah, no, I don't have an addiction to coffee. Coffee has an addiction to me. Okay. I said to Sarah, you know, we've got this guest house. Why don't we just, you know, use it as an option if you wanted to, you know, have a more isolated life during the school year? She liked it. She liked the idea. I think it's really kind of cool because, you know, it gives her the option in the regular year. Let's get the Sizzle Cam going now. Okay, everything's heating up right now. Now is a good time to throw a little Italian seasoning in there. We're going to do that organic Italian seasoning. Put about a teaspoon of it in there. Is that wind we're getting out there? Huh, strange. Oh, it's the water underneath the pot that was sitting there. It's just kind of like blowing up. I was wondering where the noise was coming from. It's always good to get a prepared sauce, and I got the best, so it's definitely not within the $8 budget, but hey, whatever, you know. This was $2.99, just so you know. But you can go off the organic grid, and you can get some sort of a and you can get some sort of a I don't think sex is overrated. I think, well, I do think it is overrated, actually. Yeah. I mean, look at where it took Jeff. The darkest stage of perversion you could reach in life. So, yeah, I think it is kind of overrated. I agree to that. Hey, you know, I've got this wonderful... I picked up a pink sea salt handshaker. Isn't that cool? I got this pink sea salt, so I no longer have to pinch it out of the bag. All right, let's take a look. We're going to put a little sea salt in the hot water. Okay, and you know, with this kind of thing, you don't need a little salt, because frankly, the store-bought mushrooms, pasta sauce, is really salty. Yeah, so let's do some mushrooms. I like to open these boxes this way, where I open it from the bottom. You know, I'm tempted to stick my finger in there, but when I do, they don't last as long. When you rewrap these things, I just need a little mushrooms for flavor and texture. Probably 4 mushrooms. 5, that'll be good. 5. But then you seal it right up, and it's pretty much airtight. So that's probably something you could do. You know, it's just a tip. Yeah, I'm going to take some of these seasonal peppers from Mexico. These are not organic. I'll take 4 of those. I'm just happy they have those types of things, you know. Okay. We're going to rinse them off. I will chop up the mushrooms, yes. And we'll do a second rinse with filtered water. All right. Same with the mushrooms. Let's get a little water on those. You made your own Italian gravy? I've never heard of that word used before, gravy, Italian gravy. It's just such a weird word. Tomato paste, peeled tomato, garlic, carrots. That's called tomato sauce, you dip. Oh, sorry, True Blue. Italian gravy. It's so funny. I've never heard that expression. Italian gravy. I didn't call you a dip. No. It's just an odd word. I mean, it's like, did you make that up? Access file. Okay, we're going to take these tops off. And I use the entire piece of the pepper. Do not spare that beautiful pepper. That's good tasting stuff. Hey, how are you doing? I don't buy it in a bottle, dip wad. I have to cook it quickly. And frankly, when they're cooked in the bottle, organic, I don't need to buy anything. If I had 12 hours dip wad, I would probably just sit here and sweat the entire dinner. That's what the Italians do. They put it on a very slow flame, and they just cook the heck out of the sauces. It's awesome. This is more of a spaghetti. It's actually pretty nice. If I had more time, believe me, I'd be all over it. I haven't even put the meat down yet. Put that meat down. I'm just cutting the pepper seeds out. And you want to plant those in the garden if you're approaching the summertime. You might actually get a pepper plant. But they really should be yeah, they should be growing by now if they really want to get peppers. It should have been started in March. Okay, these are all useful. I have to do a little bit more chopping, but right now my priority is to get that meat, open the package up and get it into the hot pan with those onions and those celery. And I'm going to take this and cut it right here. And that is premier good. Look at the quality of that meat. Isn't that good? Look at the marbling. This is grass-fed. This is about as good as it gets. So we're going to put that right there in the pan. Right on top of all of that. There we go. Just set the block right in there, like that. I'll get to it in a second. Rinse the package out, otherwise you'll have maggots in your garbage can, which you don't want. Take advantage of this moment to get rid of the compost. Those seeds are always a problem. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh. Look at that compost. Let's take the action cam down to the compost bin. I don't really have a hand for the camera at the same time. I've got the compost in there and the camera. Gross. Okay, now you got to wash your hands because you don't want that compost residue on your hands, unless of course you're in France. Then we had that discussion last week. I can't, you know, I've smelled the worst things. I know. If I'm going to be race banned and I have to go with black eyebrows, I know that. I smelled the worst thing at a laundromat one time. I told people last night it was a family of meth heads doing day cleaning. And you know, meth heads don't wash their laundry more than once every 6 years. David, what's with John McAfee paying women to... What? 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 Don't go there, man. The guy's living in a happy place now with Jeffrey. Yeah. They snuck him out. They did the same thing with him that they did with Jeffrey Epstein. I just had confirmation from some guy who says he's Jeffrey Epstein in my room. And I believe that. Yeah. Because I believe everything I hear on the internet. That's what people are saying. Dave, you believe everything on the internet. It's like, no, I don't, dude. I'm joking most of the time about what these people are saying. I mean, until I see women who've actually talked about their menstruation problems, I'm still kind of worried that maybe it's just Sherry Tenpenny that says that, you know? I put the time in later. You don't got no time, man. Okay. Say hello to my little time. You want time? I got time. Nice. Oh, we got a full boil going. Hang on. Okay. Get that angel hair in there. What I like to do is get a handle on that angel hair. Just drop it right in your hand like this. Pull it out. Grab it by the neck like you got a throttle going there. See it? See it? Take it. Hold it. And break it over the bottled water, the boiling water. Okay, always do this in the back burner. Never put a boiling water on the front burner, ever. Boom. And then crisscross. See how simple that was? Get the rest of it out of the box. And immediately start moving it around with a wooden spatula. Get it in the water completely. Cover the water. It's got to be fully covered. Let's get some light on the subject. That helps. Okay. Now this is going to be done in 8 minutes. So yeah. So at 5:51 we will we'll check it, but we'll stir it periodically during this whole period. It's the fastest cooking pasta is angel hair. The next size up is capellini. And then from there on, it goes to vermicelli, and then you get into your bigger spaghettis. And then your fettuccinis. Yeah. Okay. Let's go over here and throw some thyme on that dinner. We'll put some thyme on the meat. Now, the meat has no thyme, it's dead. But you know, one thing I can tell you about this meat is I took a magnet to it and it did not stick. I'm taking magnets to all my meat, every meat department I shop at now, I take a magnet to. Okay, put some thyme on that meat. Thyme is on my meat. Yes, it is. Thyme. Okay, that's enough time. You can overdo time. Then you got no time. Okay, how about that boil going on? Some of you MRs really like that sound of that boil. You as MRs? Okay, now just take the meat and kind of gently drop it in there, like that. Right on top of the vegetables. Okay, now is the time to get a little bit more aggressive in this particular dish. All right. So I'm going to open up my Patti LaBelle's hot sauce, which I pulled out of my cupboard, which I have all these old expired food items that I picked up for a quarter. And this particular brand, I got it for a quarter. All these bottles. And you can't lose with a bottle, you know, in a hot sauce. I mean, how's it going to go bad, right? But Patti made it impossible for me to open the top, so I have to be very careful. There we go. Thanks, Patti. I feel like she's been such a big part of the show, I should write her a thank you letter. Patti LaBelle number 3. Let's give it a little splash on that meat. What do you say? Okay, that's about a teaspoon of hot sauce. That's essential. I'm going to throw a little of that Barbera sauce on there, the little seasoning. You can use chili powder too, but not the cayenne one. Although that does have cayenne in it. Take your temperature up to level 6. Give your pasta a spin. Boy, that jet really needs lubricant. Or that plane really needs lubricant, I'm telling you. Okay, that's going up to level 6 right now. The mushrooms are going to be cut. Nothing has to be perfect with the mushrooms. Just kind of run your knife through them and you're done. Same with the peppers. Fairly big pieces, otherwise you lose them in the meal. Yeah. There you go. Okay, let's get that on top of the meat now. Isn't this exciting? That's what I love about cooking. It's just so fun. Oh, I almost had a seed ball in there. Oh my gosh. Sarah would have freaked out if she saw that. I'm very careful to keep seeds out of the meal. Ever since I told Sarah to avoid seeds, she's like really onto it now. She's like, yeah, I don't think I like seeds either. Like, yeah. Okay, believe it or not, that stuff, that angel hair is done. Turn it off. I'm going to cover it up and kind of fuse the flavors in. There's no flavor at all. Hello. Accessing file. Accessing file. Okay, there's my colander. Yeah, that cooked very fast. It's the fastest. In fact, I prefer it over ramen when I travel. Look at that, it's already done. Jeez. I'm going to run some water down with it. Wow. Yeah, you don't want to overcook that pasta. So I caught it right in time. And what I'm going to do is put a little oil on top of it. Yeah, you know, like about half teaspoon of oil. And give it a little shuffle. And then you can cover it up with the same, and then put it back on the burner and let it sit. Now, if you're cooking a meal, you're going to want that, you know, hot, ready to go. So the timing of your meal is really important. If you are doing a cooking presentation like I do, you really don't know when you're going to eat it. So, yeah, the thing is, pasta is a wheat product. Even though it's non-GMO, it's still, GMO is a little bit more addictive than regular pasta. Non-GMO is better because it has less chromosomes to digest, actually. Noodles should never be firm. They should be al dente. If they're firm, they're not edible. What's wrong with you? Look, I'm not going to, this is the thing, I'm going to do a mix and match thing. I'm going to put some of the pasta in this bowl right here, which I'm just going to run a little water through. Make sure, whenever you have an old bowl, you always want to make sure it's clean. You know, you never know, you might have like dishwasher residue or some weird thing on it. All right. The idea is to get, if you're going to eat the meal later, which I'm going to do, the idea is to get everything mixed together rather quickly. So I'm going to take and press down on everything right now and cook it all together. I'm on a high flame right now. I'm pressing into the meat with all that time, and I think pepper would be nice at this point. Break up all the meat with the spatula and cook it right in the peppers, and make sure those peppers are done to the point where they're actually al dente. They have to be a little bit glazed. They want them, they're softer, you know. So I'm still going at level 6. We're cooking away. I'm going to throw a splash of garlic powder on there. No, nothing better than fresh garlic, though, I must tell you. Now, there's not a lot of salt in here. Okay, so like I said, you're going to get salt in here. And there is a total of, gosh, 2,500 milligrams of salt. So you don't need to add salt to this. All right? Otherwise, your dinner will be too salty. Now, there's a little bit of salt I put in this pasta, so that's got salt too, sea salt, with many minerals. Let's open the jar. Oh, got it. Last week I had a problem with that jar. Remember that? Oh my goodness. I couldn't believe it. That was the toughest jar I think I've ever opened. And I opened it on camera, so you saw that. Okay, now we're really got a cook going here. Keep pressing it around and then seal the deal, cover it up, and continue the steam fry. Now remember, there's no water, added water to this mix. So you want to just keep it tight, keep it at level 6, and get ready for this next step. We're coming down the line here. We're on a time schedule to kind of make this spaghetti, but tasty. I'm going to need 2 bowls for this spaghetti. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to prepare these meals for advance use. So I've got these wonderful glass items that I've been using with Sarah to deliver meals in, and since she's living here, I'm going to put the pasta broken down into 3 of these things. So here we go. I'm going to take that pasta and I'm going to put it right in each of these things. Let me get a better perspective here. If you're wondering why my reaction time is faster than normal people, it's because I'm incredibly fast. Okay, you put your base down on these are your frozen items. Okay, and then this is the rest of your meal. Get out of there. Oh, I made the mistake of putting it on the same burner. Ah. That wasn't too bright, Dave. Hang on. See, that's feigning human response. Not too bright. Sounds like a human. Does not sound like a robot at all. Okay, let's take this right here and then just put a little water in the base. We're going to try to loosen that back up. I did not plan on it sticking. This was uncalled for. I am preparing a fix to remove the stickiness from the pan. Okay, we need a little bit of filtered water in there anyway, right? Okay, so a little bit of water. Access file. Reverse engineer spaghetti. All right, there you go. We can do better. We will not allow any stain on the pan. No way. Okay, we only have 5 minutes to turn that cold sauce that's been pre-cooked into hot sauce. And I don't mean the kind that's like cayenne, you know? Okay, here we go. All those peppers are glazed. Let's move in. Moving in for the final. Now remember, I'm putting cooked spaghetti sauce, already prepared, on top of this. Take a little bit of water, add it to the bottle. Give it a shake. Pour it right in there. Okay, we're now cooking still at level 6. Keep that in mind. You know, you keep saying that, Murek. You don't have a dog. You've got a pussy. Yeah, you seem like a cat guy. I'd kick your ass right now if you said that to my face. Get my crouching tiger at you. Okay, look, we're doing it. We're getting there. Hang on. We're taking that up to a level 6, so it's going to be cooking like crazy right now. It's a good exercise, you know, to cook. Crouching pussy. Oh, Senor Dalty. Al Dante, you are so funny. You remind me of Haji in the show Johnny Quest. I liked Haji a lot. Haji is now with his 72 virgins. He got older and he died. All right, we're almost there, folks. Everything is beautiful. The nice thing about the pre-cooked food, the pre-cooked spaghetti sauce, it's already made. I mean, what do you just sit there and let it cook for like 12 hours in the stove, like a Mama Leone? You know, I ate at the Mama Leone's restaurant in Italian in the restaurant in New York City. One of the most famous Italian restaurants in New York City. I ate at the Mama Leone's, okay? I had the biggest spaghetti meatball with her. She was really good. Now, I must admit that food, when it's slow cooked, is incredibly good. Yeah. No, Mama Leone's restaurant closed about 12 years ago, but they're world renowned. Okay, you want a full boil here. So press everything together. We can come in late on the show. It's no big deal. We're trying to get everything cooked on level 6. Break it all up in the sauce. Make sure that meat is broken up very fine because that's really good meat. Now, ironically, this is the kind of meal that is done to perfection on a slow flame. But I don't have the luxury of that. I've got to make a meal within 40 minutes time and move quickly toward my goal. Otherwise, this show wouldn't even, be a show. People wouldn't watch me. From millions of all around the world are watching my YouTube show. And I get like 3 hits because my hit counters are locked down. So I get like 3 million hits on my YouTube channel. Every hit is like 1 million viewers. That's what I've been told. 10 years ago, my subscriber list stopped. My subscriber numbers stopped 10 years ago. Nobody can subscribe. You try it yourself. If you subscribe, it won't even make a difference. I use safflower because I prefer safflower. Extra virgin is great, True Blue. I totally back it, but safflower for me is lower fat and lower calories and just as good. And, they can't raise safflowers with pesticides, but you can raise olives with pesticides. Jeff, are you still here? I thought you would be in the shower by now. You believe anything people tell you, never change? Jeff, you got to be kidding me. I mean, you couldn't be that superficial that you think I really believe everything I say in the show. Wow. I feel bad for you, man. Not one thing I say in the show is gullible. It's not based on gullible at all. I use organic extra virgin olive oil. Yeah, I do too, actually. Say, I bought some Palermo. It was in a plastic container. I don't like Palermo per se, but I got it organic, $6.99 for this. Is that ridiculous or what? $6.99 for all that olive oil? You got to wonder, is it olive oil, But yeah, I prefer organic extra olive oil. But no, Jeff, the thing is, when you seek truth, you have to pool it together from various sources. You can't just now it may seem like I believe in nanoworms, but I'm still waiting for confirmation. I am. Although I have seen it on every single mask and COVID test swab that they have, the nanoworms. So you show me ones that aren't contaminated, and then I'll be interested. Okay, this is it. I did it. We're sealing the deal. Beautiful. Okay. Let's start portioning this out in the various dinners. So you want to start with your sauce first. Put your sauce down on the spaghetti. Whatever sauce you have in there, get that down on the spaghetti. Spaghetti. And then take clumps of this and kind of just shuffle it on top. Come on. We'll turn the flame down, of course. That's essential. And kind of chop it right in there. Okay. Okay, we're going to put the rest of it on the blue container. And that'll be tonight's meal. Kind of push it in there, move it around. You don't have to break it up too much, but okay, now I'm going to show you a trick. Watch this. All right. Cover the meal. Okay, and then I'm going to get some Parmesan and top it off with Parmesan. Okay, let that all sit there together. All right, you're good to go. Once those things get to room temperature, seal them up. You can actually seal them before you get to room temperature. Let them sit there, and you are good to go. I'm going to set that on the back burner, and now we can go into the other room. And I can start the show. But yeah, talk about food. Look at all the food I made for $8. Seriously. Isn't it amazing? It slices, it dices, it makes mounds and mounds of coleslaw. Hang on, I've got a jet flying over. There we go. The sound of freedom. Okay, let's get into this show. I'll be there in about 2 minutes. See you soon, everybody. Thanks for coming in.